YouTube, Twitter, Fencer, Princer, SoundCloud, SoundClick, Instagram, TTONE202. Guys, don't forget to check out my album Just Right There. Just Google it and Tone would show up. Tone Just Right There. Anyway, it's another excerpt where the NBA is fixed, and we're trying to figure out which way the gauntlet is going to swing this season. A lot of guys been chiming in on, because I said, the Cavs are going to go all the way and then lose in Game 7. You guys are like, nah, it's not going to happen. Some of you think other teams are going to, come out of nowhere. Some of you think that Kevin Garnett's team is going to do it. And I made a video about why I don't think Kevin Garnett will, he'll be in the playoffs, but he won't go all the way. And then there's Dirk Nowitzki, and Dirk Nowitzki just got a $50 million contract for 2 years. He also has a teammate that signed for a $94 million contract for 4 years. Burns, I think, Burns or Barnes, for a $94 million contract. But anyway, Dirk Nowitzki was playing for $23 million a season. And then basically what he did was went into free agency. And when he went into free agency, they was just like, well, anybody can pay him $23 million. He's been taking pretty much the low road for a couple of years. This guy scores 18.9 points a game. I mean, he's the most sought after, well, not sought after, but he's the most valuable player on their team. He is the face of the Mavericks, Dallas Mavs, and they're like, nah, we're not going to do that. But we've seen this before when one of the marquee players goes into free agency. A team will do whatever it takes to retain them. We've seen that point guard just get paid $153 million. We saw, we know some of the LeBron James is going to sign for something like in between 27 to 30 million. And I think that's a 2-year deal. So Nowitzki signed for $50 million, and he's got a $30 million guarantee. Dang, Mark Cuban, you got bread, bro. So it's a $30 million guarantee, and the thing about it is, he has the option. It's like the early bird. It basically is like the early bird contracts where you have the option to go ahead and after the second year, you can pretty much go where you want, and you don't have to take the other 20 million. But basically, so he gets 30 million guaranteed. And Dirk is a happy dude because he's been playing for like mid-range pay as far as superstars go, and now he's playing for top dollar, which they say fits his stature. So uh, I don't know, people. They got 2 superstars on their team, and I'm not saying that they're going to go and win it all, but they're definitely going to be a threat for the playoffs. In the playoffs, they're definitely going to the playoffs. We already think that Golden State is going to take it all, but we just can't count out. We can't count out Dallas because Nowitzki is, what is this going to be, his 20th year? I think. I think it's going to be his 20th year or something like that. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think about that. That's a lot of money being thrown around for very little time. But basically, they did it because they wanted to retain him. The same thing happened to LeBron James. They gave him all that money because they wanted to retain him. And that's what it boils down to. And if you want to keep those marquee players, you got to pay them, especially if they're the face of the franchise, and they're making you guys millions of dollars. So we've seen this before. This is going to continue to happen. But as far as the chess pieces in the game, we know that Nowitzki is in the top 10 players, and when they feel like making them happy, they're going to go ahead and give Dallas the win in championship games. We've seen it before. We've seen Dallas do it before. And then once they won, then the team pretty much dissipates, but they keep the marquee player, and then they start building around them again, and then boom, it happens again. So my whole theory is, as long as that marquee player is on that team, they might win 1, 2 in a row, and then you hear nothing from them for about maybe 5 or 6 years, and then boom, they go ahead and win again. And if you look at the way things are going, the other marquee players that might get the win, especially Cinderella teams, you're looking at the Knicks. If Derrick Rose, Mr. Glass, can keep up and stay healthy, him and Carmelo, I mean, you're definitely looking at playoff contention. But they get one more good player on their team, one good marquee player, not as high as Carmelo, but to help him out a lot. Be looking at the Knicks. So it's your boy Tone 202. The NBA is fixed. Let me know what you think. Peace.